How much money do you need to start trading? Very, very common question and very popular among those that are just getting started and beginners. And it's a good, quality, valid question. And to best answer this, I like to use what I call the $100 rule because it really helps visualize exactly what's going on from a math perspective and helps build expectations in line with reality. So I'm not gonna give you an exact amount per se, but I think I'm gonna give you something much more powerful because again, it'll help you visualize and understand just how things are working from a money perspective. So don't worry though, when I say math, it's nothing complicated. There's nothing weird going on.
1 minute.
Man's practicing fuzzy math again.
As we're about to see, very clean cut math. So let's go to the virtual chalkboard and I'll start to walk you through the math and some considerations to help you develop your overall kind of understanding to help answer this question. So let's say the goal is, well, yeah, you guessed it, $100, okay? You wanna make $100. Now it comes to the question of, okay, well, what kind of starting amounts could we be looking at? So let's just start off with, let's say, well, you're starting with $100. So in order to make $100, by using $100, what percent do you need to get? Well, you would need to double your money, or in other words, you would need a 100% gain. So to reiterate, your goal is $100. You have $100. What percent do you need? Well, you need to double your money, which would be a 100% gain. So in order to make 100, with 100, you need a 100% return on investment. But let's do something else. Same goal, but now let's go with $200. So you're starting with $200, but you have that same goal. You want to make $100. So now it becomes, well, what percentage do you need to make in this situation? Well, now all of a sudden you would need to make a 50% return gain on the 200 because that would still lead to 100. So I'm guessing you're starting to see what's happening here. So now let's speed this up even more and let's say, well, you're starting with 500. Goal has not changed. You still want to make 100. So what is the percent that is required right here? Well, now all of a sudden you just need to make 20%. So you're seeing what's going on here with the numbers. 100 to 50 to 20%. So in other words, you're needing to make less. The reason why you're needing to make less is, well, because you're starting with a larger amount. And yeah, it really is that easy.
Easy peasy lemon squeezy.
So to bring this all the way home, how much money do you need to start trading? Well, I don't know. What are your goals? Whatever those goals are, the more money you start with, the easier it is to get to those goals. So if you're saying, you know what, my goal is I want a private jet. Totally cool. I hope you can accomplish that goal. You're probably gonna need to start more than, with $100. Probably gonna need to start more with than $1,000, right? Because obviously you get that. If you're just starting saying, you know what, I just wanna make a little extra money to, pay this bill for the month or pay that bill or pay a couple of bills. Well, then you're not gonna need to start with nearly as much money as the person that wants that private jet. So it's all dependent on your goals. It's all dependent on what you want. But at the core, the concept here, hopefully I conveyed right, is the more money you have, the less return you need to make a $100, allotment. So yes, more the better. Now, of course, I am presupposing that you have a quality strategy, that you know how to manage risk and all that, because if you don't know what you're doing at all, well, then it doesn't really matter the amount that you start with. Sure, maybe if you start with a larger amount, you'll be able to be in the markets for a little bit while longer before you lose all your money. But like I said, presupposing that you do have a strategy, that you do plan on learning how to manage risk properly and all that, well then yes, the more money you start with, as you see here, the easier it becomes to make that $100. So I hope that helps, but yes, that is the rule of 100. Helps visualize kind of what's going on here and what your ultimate goals either can be, should be, maybe should not be. But if you look at it through this lens, I think it's gonna really help you out. So if you have any questions or anything like that, please leave those down below. Thanks for watching. First off, thanks so much for watching the entire video. Real quick, before you go, I wanna invite you to a live webinar, web class, training, workshop, online event, whatever you want to call it, but it will be me live revealing to you what I've discovered that has allowed me to transform myself from being an employee to being my own boss, including how I had only one losing day out of 73 days in total. I'm going to cover 3 keys that have helped me unlock profitable consistency within the markets. The first key is super weird, but in a productive type of way. The second key is super awesome because it quite literally is wired into our DNA as humans, making it very easy to use. But in a cruel way, this becomes a pitfall for many traders. I'll explain it all though, including how to avoid the pitfall that it creates for some. And yeah, the third key, when you hear it, sounds way too good to be true, but it's not, and I'll show you how it all works. Then at the end, I open it up for a question and answer session that is, again, totally live. Even if you can't make the live session, please still sign up as it will be recorded, and you can go back and watch the replay that I will send you. Click the image on the screen or click the link down in the description box so you can get the date and time and claim your spot, which I should note is limited due to the fact that this truly is a live event. If you have any questions, let me know. If not, I'll be seeing you soon.